Mm, Just give us a sec. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Pakistan User Group's third session, fourth session as part of the ongoing training that we are doing right now. And the fourth session will be around how we can configure products in customer engagement and CRM. So before going into the topic details, this is a quick introduction about myself. My name is Mustajab, and I've been working with in Systems Limited for around 7 to 8 years now. Overall, I govern experience in CE, or what you previously call it CRM, solution architect designing and delivery. And overall, I'm pretty much active when it comes to the community, Microsoft community. I'd like to connect with people, reply back to their queries, and also sort of do these training or learning sessions that I have learned via my experience. I'm sharing a QR code for my LinkedIn profile. You can definitely connect me after the session as well. In case if you have any query around what we had did or what you are planning to do in your design or your company's journey specifically, definitely you can connect with me after the training as well. So with that in mind, here is a quick agenda of today's training. As you can see, it's a training around customer engagement or CRM product configuration, and I will show you later on why this is pretty much needed. So I will just do a quick recap of our earlier two sessions that were conducted by Ahmed and Catherine. And after that, I will be jumping to the product configuration and what we need, why do we need product configuration, what are the reasons behind the product configuration. Could be discount list. I think we pretty much understand when we buy a product, how the discount can be applied and configured. Currency management, exchange management of that particular currency as well. Price list, what is price list, what is price limit, are there any limitations? A quick 5 minute break because I know it will be almost a we take a 5 minute nap, or anyone who wants to take a quick coffee break, that's for them. Product catalog, how we can define a product, how that product can be bundled up in a particular group. And lastly, at the end, a quick revision what we learned today. So with that in mind, let's do a quick recap. If you didn't get a chance to bet earlier in session, I would suggest now is the time to can see those videos. Firstly, it was done by Amna. It was a great session on how we can do a trial instance setup, how we can go in media bin and work in navigation, how C works, what are the features and terminologies used in customer engagement. So in by chance, if you didn't get a chance to learn that or visit that session, you can always go and visit it as an on-demand session. After that, the next session was more a deep dive where Aston Formazic did cover up how I can configure my views, security roles, dashboard in CRM. How can I search a record? What are audit settings? How can I work on the audits? And also his session is also available right now on YouTube as an on demand. So we are obviously called easy session and also uploading them on our YouTube channel. If you have time, you can go and search Pakistan User Group, and surely we will post the link at the end as well, in which you can follow us on LinkedIn, YouTube for all these session updates and related contents or queries if you have. Now, with that, a quick recap of our earlier session. Let's move ahead forward. In case you were not able to set up the environment or you don't have any trial environment, you can always go to this blog and which is written by none other than Faisal Fareed. And you can set up the environment because what we are trying to do in this training session, which is one of its kind now, that we try to engage the participant in following us the steps of how we can perform a particular thing. Earlier, I know the training session were more like giving an idea of stuff, but here we try to do all those configurations with you from scratch so that you have an idea how those things will work and how we can manage them out. So in case if you don't have a trial environment, please scan this code and try to go and set up a quick environment. Now, moving towards the product catalog. Why do we need product catalog? Is a common question that can come in one's mind. Like, why do I need it? Because maybe you are in a service industry, maybe you are in sales industry, or whatever the case. If I say it in a summary that you can see in the first line, the definition, product is something all the companies are either selling a service or are assisting a particular customer or client base by providing them those facilities or products. So when it comes to customer engagement, your first step should be understanding how those products can be configured because your sales team will be using those products to sell out the services, sell out those offerings. Your marketing team will also be trying to sell those products. They need to understand what the products are, what the configuration are, even they don't the deep understanding of that. Similarly, your field service team as well, who will be going and engaging with the customer products like an installation of a TV on a customer premises or an installation of any other IoT device on a customer location. All these things, when it comes to the product, it's part of the product catalog. Similarly, customer service may need to configure or work on those. Some organization, the product quality altimeter, and they try to configure those products to service team as well. But that's pretty open topic. It can be a may or may not be case. What now the question comes in mind, what things we need to do these product configuration? Okay, fine. I need to configure a product. For example, I'm selling out a tool, I'm selling out a offering or a service or an IoT device. How do I configure that in CRM? Now for that, if you can see on the right side, this image pretty much explains and sums up how these products are being configured. And if you follow the order of the arrow, it means firstly we have to configure the price, the discount list, which is optional by the way. It's not mandatory, but it's good to know and we will definitely cover. Then it's unit group, and I will also explain what unit group means. And afterward, creating a product, aligning a product with the price list, and moving forward, adding more price list to it. For example, I have a price list for my Middle East region, and the same product is being offered in my NORAM or America region as well. So price list for that as well, and setting a default price list as well that we only deal in the specific dollar price list, so that can be also done. If we follow this pattern, this is the pretty much standard pattern. And as I say always, the MS learned to go to area where I got this information as well. So this is the pattern that if you try to understand is what we need to follow for configuring a product. Now with that in mind, let me quickly change my screen and show you the navigation as well. Normally, if you don't see the product in normal CRM navigation, it's mostly available in the advanced method by default. But sometimes in mostly model-driven app, new model-driven app like sales, intelligent order management, the field service, product catalog is pretty much available in the navigation. And if I switch my screen on this one, now this is intelligent order management URL that was the trial environment we set up in our first call, and I also shared the QR code for that. In this particular uh, product bundle, you can see here that the product option is available on the left-hand side. Try to find it here on the left-hand side of the navigation. If you're able to find that, that's perfectly good. If you're not able to find that, that's not an issue. And you can obviously go here in the advanced settings, which I usually say the gear icon, and click and go to advanced settings. And here, when you click advanced settings, meanwhile it's loading, once it's loaded, I will show, you will see the product configuration. So it's pretty much saying in a way that most of the model-driven apps that you get, and by model-driven app, I mean, if you don't understand it's simple word, all the apps, sales, service, whatever app you are using or you are trying to plan to buy, you will have either product in the main state. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. You can always go into the configuration where you will either see that you see here the products are coming up here. So this is the go-to area when it comes to configuring the product. And in case if you don't have it, you can always go into the gear icon, click advanced settings, and here, once you do, go to the settings part, the product catalog here, and you will see the configuration available. So this is a pretty much information around the product catalog, or how can I configure a product catalog is something now we will be visiting. So any questions still here before I move on, or if can I drop off because of some interruption, please let me know so I can repeat the particular point. Okay, that's great. Let me move ahead and go back to the presentation again. So with this in mind, as I said before, always remember that the navigation will be either available in your left-hand side navigation. And if you cannot find that, any of these or all of these, then don't worry, go to the advanced settings and click the gear icon. Moving towards configuring things. As I said in my earlier diagram, the first thing is to configure the discount or price unit groups. So with that in mind, let's go into the first section that's called the unit group and discount list. Now, a question comes in mind, what is unit group? Why do we need a unit group? Or simply, what does it mean? A unit group is something where we are selling a product to our company is selling a product. For example, understand this way. You are selling or you're belonging to a fizzy drink or a cold drink business and you're trying to sell that. So either you can sell a single can or you can sell a bundle of 12 or maybe you can sell a bundle of 36 as well. So that's the unit group. What is the unit group? The single, each, what's that? Then it's the bundling of 12, then it's bundling of 24, 36, or whatever definition you have. Similarly, you sell services to clients that you provide them infrastructure or architectural design options. So for that case, you can give them an option that this particular group contains architectural work, this particular group contains architectural work plus any management. So this grouping is pretty much anything that your company is used to selling their products in. It doesn't have a specific definition. It just means just bundle up your group into one area. Similarly, as the name suggests, it means you want to sell, or when you are selling something to a particular team, you are selling the discounted amount. That means, for example, are you creating, if I buy 200 packages, or maybe, what, my cold drink business is there, I am buying out 36 crates of the cold drink, then I will get maybe 10% discount or 20% discount, depending upon either volume or either percentage. That's what I can define. Yeah. And with that in mind, let me go back to the unit group area on the right side of my screen. And you can see here, there is a section called unit. I also opened earlier here. Now you see here, there are pretty much two unit groups that you see here, which are auto default. This is something I didn't create it. By default, there are always a unit group that is created. Now you can always go in and create a new unit group. Let it load. Meanwhile, it's loading.
Guys,
Okay.
feel free to ask questions, please. If you have any questions, required any clarity, feel free to stop us and ask a question. Thank you.
Thank you, Arthur. Yes, please. If you have. So meanwhile, it's loading up. I'll just go back and try if my discount list is open. Okay. Oh, sometimes this happens. It gets pretty slow. Let me go back and try this one. Hopefully this one will load. So just like when we are creating a unit group. Okay, that's great. Meanwhile, the unit group part is loading up. Let me show a discount one. Again, the same thing I followed is I went into the advanced settings here, from here, advanced settings. And here I went into the discount list option. So discount list is something we can create a new discount. And you see here that I have an option of new and a percentage. So if I go here and try to create a new discount list, it will always ask, Yammer discount, bundle discount, or let me say bundle discount. And it asks me how you want to provide this discount. You want it to apply it in a percentage, or do you want to apply it in an amount? Now, if you see here, when I select amount, automatically asks me about the currency. Which currency? Sorry, any question?
Okay.
I will.
Yes, Mustajab. And it's a good chance that we have Faisal Farid with us now. Now we demonstrate something regarding to the product and the configuration, product, unit and discount, all of such thing that we have in Dynamics if and all. So if I would like to, my question is, as you are all expert and we have a good chance and we are lucky to contact with people like you to get the more experience also, that if I am in a retail project, so if I would like to deliver the optimum solution or optimum enterprise solution, shall I start the product from the CRM or from Dynamics 365 CE, then it will I can continue the remaining solution in ERP, or it should be an integration while I can complete the cycle. Also, as you know, there is a product in retail as well. So especially my question regarding the retail industry, if I need to provide CE, what is the capabilities or features that I can get it from CE, the optimum, and then what is the next step to complete it from ERP, for example, to deliver the enterprise solution? Is my question is clear?
Exactly, that's a valid question. Yeah,
yes,
that's a valid question. And that if I will also be highlighting the limitation of these products. And as you have asked, if I just summarize it out, when it comes to product management, the best way is go via FinOps. Okay, and it's not saying uh, because of any particular reason, because FinOps have much more product management capability, and then it should go via an integration back to customer engagement. And this is something I also prefer to do that. But it depends upon a question that you already said is, do we need to do it for retail or do we need to do it for a small enterprises or small business user? So if we are implementing it for a retail company, then it's better that we introduce that work over there, manage it out from there, and try to feed back to customer engagement. But in case if their products are not much, or the company doesn't offer much complex product, I know retail have a much complex product hierarchy versus normal products, like if someone or some company is just selling out electronics items, like maybe just they have a operation center that they are providing support to a particular electronic item, then
Mm.
is customer engagement enough to manage it out.
Yes, so it
And
should be better.
as I
Yeah,
will
sorry.
progress, please,
Mm.
no worries.
What I understand now,
As we
it's
will
better that.
progress out,
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah,
Sorry,
please you
continue,
continue.
please.
Sorry about that. Please continue.
So it's better that what I understand to start it from FinOps, then it will be reflected in
Exactly.
CE, because FinOps have, you are right, have in deep regarding that product configuration, product catalog, and dimensions,
Mhm.
inventory dimensions, all of such stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
And also, just bear with me. I will also highlight some limitations as well that we have in product. When we will progress, I
That's
will show you
great.
that in comparison with FinOps, I will show you that this is something we don't have. Here we are not able to address this particular problem because, and here the FinOps comes in. And this is part of my agenda for today's configuration as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but sorry, Pastor, you want to add,
Yes, sir.
you
Yes,
want
sorry,
to add
just to,
something?
yes. So just to add in here, so back to the Hisham's question. So as you know, the finance and operation, we always maintain all sales price and trade agreements back into finance and operations, and it has a robust engine within a finance and operations. So CE doesn't have that sort of a functionality where you can actually get the trade agreement pricing based on for any particular product. The There is a dual right integration between customer engagement and finance and operations onto the sales price engine. So what Microsoft has done is implemented an on-demand sales price calculation service engine that is a external application which sits between customer engagement and finance and operations. But using the dual right framework, you can make a call on demand call to get the pricing right directly from finance and operations. Your, based on to your enterprise architecture on the design stuff, it's always recommended to keep your product configuration, catalog, pricing, because financial operations has the most robust pricing calculation engine there. Always keep as a source there. In your customer engagement, just get the pricing from financial operations. That's it. So I
Okay,
hope that
regarding the best integration solution, it should be by the data serve, for example, or if I write, if I said correct in in pronunciation, so it should be by data serve, or it should be customer web service better, or what is the best technique if I need to do
this
integration?
integration, the best technique is actually it's a dual right, but it really depends on your requirements because this discussion may take us off the track from the actual topic, but I will just summarize it quickly so that Mustajab can go back to the actual topic. The thing is, for the integration strategy, there are multiple strategies available: virtual entities, dual right, data integrators, and now the business data is coming up. Now, based on your requirement, if you want to have a real-time integration, definitely Dual Right is an out of the box. For the sales pricing, Microsoft has already provided an out of the box solution which comes as a Dual Right, where onto the sales quotation or a purchase quotation within customer engagement, there is a button added on top of the form where you can get on-demand pricing for any product. So that will give you the pricing right directly from finance operations within customer engagement.
Yes, but this is for product only. But what about the other customized modules, for example, or model, or for any other, for example, for sales order, if I would like to complete the full cycle in CE until I get sales order, then it will be reflected as a sales order in FinOps. Is it available also, or it should be out of this scope, and it should be with another tool or customized service to deliver this sales order?
Yep, I think so. That's
I would just sorry.
the short answer is this is out of the box, but this is quite a very high level topic right now, being the architecture topic. So we can take this one offline with you and maybe
Okay.
talk about more into the architecture discussions.
Thank you.
This session, I really don't want to take this session from Mr. to discuss about the architecture.
No issue.
We are focusing on to the very, very basic level so that people can still continue.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, over
Okay.
to you, Mr.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Faisal, for that. And thanks, Isam, for your question. But please feel free to bring us afterwards the meeting and we can definitely answer more your queries. So coming back to the topic, this was a unit group that we just created. And you can see here that what I did is create a new unit group of 12 bottle packs with family unit as 12. So if I just create that, it's just nothing complex here. It's just grouping up them together in one particular area, what the pricing that we want to offer. So give it a sec, please. I think it will take some time to load. Sorry, I think it may take some time. Again, coming back to the discount part. Meanwhile, United. So you see here, once the unit group will be created, I will show you that. In the discount list, there is no option to link up to a unit group because discount list has nothing. This concept of grouping, it depends not upon the group or unit group that you are selling or your company sells to, but it is basically a selling when it comes to discount, listing it out in one group. So for example, if I go here into the related part, and if you can navigate it to here as well, discounts, I can define new discount for this particular discount group. As I said, bundle purchasing was the discount group name that I have used. So in a second or so, we'll open it up. Apologies on the slowness. Yep, I think unit here, the unit group got created. Sorry for jumping back again here. So you see here, this is a unit group that I just created. There's nothing information here that we need to manage. It's a grouping of our to be used for our particular product. And when we will be defining product, I will how we are using unit group together. So going here, the discount screen, you see I created a bundle discount, and here the beginning quantity and end quantity comes in. So if you see it from a perspective, in CE, the discount option is more around how much purchase you're making. Like if I say begin quantity is 4, that I'm purchasing 4 units, of a particular thing, and I'm maximum buying around 16 of it, then you give me a discount of $400. So if I just save that, so, so this is how the discount works in customer engagement. I know a lot of people, of you who are working in various industries like retail or when it comes to finance, you have a lot of more options when it comes to you can do a voucher discounting option as well, a voucher discount or percentage discount as well. And all those facilities when it comes to CE is different because in CE or CRM, the discount is more defined around the start and end range of a quantity. So this, if I just go back again, I will see that the amount is there because I defined this one as amount based. So that's why it didn't prompted me the percentage part. Similarly, I can add more discounts here, and all those discounts will be configured on the basis of quantity or on the basis of applied percentage or if we go back into the presentation, but do not know this document, and you are looking forward for a voucher option, sending out customer particular code vouchers or anything like that around that, maybe bringing in an ERP solution for that, which you have versus creating a customization that I won't do that. That is bring in a ERP or the system. More about it is available on this MS Learn URL. If you want to learn more, I would definitely say go here, scan this area, and try to understand more around the discount group and unit group, discount list and unit rate. With that, now let's move on to currency management. As you have seen earlier, that I saw when I was defining the unit group, there was a currency part. And what is currency? In CRM, just like anywhere else, currency is managed in two modes. One is called the base currency that we are seeing in our case in our environment as Australian dollar, while the transaction currency can be anything like I'm doing businesses with my APAC customers in yen. I'm doing business with my Middle Eastern customers in dirham. So that are all those currencies or the transaction. So now, with that in mind, what currencies are? Let me go back to the same environment here. And I already opened up the currency tab here, which is pretty much available again in the left-hand navigation. You have, in case you don't have it, go here to the advanced settings, and you will find in the business management here. Meanwhile, it's loading up. I will show you as well. Just quickly, like the last time. So, yep, here we go. So business management here, if you see currencies. And that's what I mentioned here, that the navigation is also mentioned here at the bottom, in case if you're not able to locate that. So if you here and click the same tab, meanwhile it's loading up. So when it comes to currencies, I can go here and meanwhile it loads up. In currency, obviously, whenever we define currency in CE, the exchange rates are always same because our base currency would be in any of our USD, Australian, and you see here the Australian currency came up. Now, should I create a new currency? Yes. And here for, and when I click need to some time, and it will ask you the exchange rate. So mind that should I the exchange rate manually, or can we not sync it or integrate it something, like a daily exchange rate option, like uh, any third-party stream or third-party solution, which provide you a real-time link or real-time rate for the currency. You can do that. Is just the CRM come with that? Unfortunately not. Here we have to enter it out manually. And when you say manually, unfortunately, cannot update it. Here again, the point comes in when we are trying to configure the currency. If I just go here, search it out. Let me try to create a currency. Sorry for the slowness, but it will be opening up soon. So I will just select the currency code. My default CRM has most of the currency code available. Just a second. Okay, give me a minute. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm using both the navigation. Which one opens up first? I'll try to use that. Just try to close it. Go back again and try to create it again. Sorry about that. Yeah. So let's at least first of all see the form here. You see, it's asking for currency code and its currency name. I will say something around here, like USD. Precision is 2, meaning what does precision mean? It means like if I show you my notepad screen, it means the precision would be like 2.22 instead of or 2.59. It will be round upwards 2.6. So this is the precision. Currency symbol, it's dollar, and you can see it's asking me AUD is how much dollar. I think it's 3 or 4. Sorry, I don't know the exact rate, but let's add 4. The $1 is, I think, no, not 4 USD. Maybe what's the rate there? Faisal, can you tell me? I don't know the rate yet. Okay, 0.25. And you see here there is custom as well. Like sometimes I can also create a custom currency as well. Even though CRM provides you the out of the box most of the currencies here that I will just try to search here again, but still we can create any custom currency that we see are not available. But that's a rare case. You see here most of the currencies are available in CRM. If I go here at the bottom and do a control find of USD, it should have yep, United States dollar added. So you see all the information is there. So I will just save it, and this is how we created the currency. Now you can see here that it's managing the base currency, the rate as well. When it comes to base currency, it's always configured when we set things up the either we are creating online, either we are creating an on-premise. First time, these currencies are set up at that time. And one of the drawbacks or the limitation of customer engagement is that these exchange rates are not synced or integrated with any system. Other than we introduce FinOps or any third-party integration we have to write to sort of start syncing these exchange rates. There is no default or out-of-the-box connector to connect them. Do you guys have any answers to that? Or do you think that this is available or there is a solution for you? Then definitely let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear that. So this is the exchange or currency rate management that we just did with everyone. Hopefully, everyone is following. Before moving to onward from currency management, let me ask again, do anyone of you have a question, any concerns or any comment? Please let me know. So if there are no questions, no comments, I think we can move ahead to price list.
Maybe Mustajab, at one point you may want to ask the question back to audience here whenever.
Yeah,
So they are all awake.
all okay. That's great. So here a price list comes in. Now price list, if I say for the finance people, it's the trade agreement. So they will understand what price list is. But if I say for a general public, price list is something that I want to sell my products in a particular rate, in a particular currency, for a particular date range, and all those stuff like that. Now, a price list have price list item, and it every price list item there is a multiple this price list will be linked to. So, in simple words, price list is nothing just managing your rate sheet of your product that you're planning to sell in various currencies with various date ranges in mind. So, keeping that in mind, going back, maybe I'm just closing a couple of screens so that this is the currency form open up in the model driven app. It's much more friendly, so it's a good thing we have it here. But you see here, it's pretty much the same that we have to say. So let me just quickly close that one or two tabs so that I can go back and okay, now coming back here, this product catalog, and I will be going into the price list area. This is the price list. As I said before, sometimes just like you saw that in the currency case, we sometimes have the price list available in the configuration area. Sometimes, like I know for sale, for field service, you will always see product and the price list. And you can also design the model driven apps as per your liking by adding more price list items to entities or relationships or currency here as well. So here I am in my price list. You see here, this is, and there is a master price list. So I will define a new price list here. So when I click a new price list option, I get a multiple information. So what is the name of the price list? I would say this is a USD price list. Okay. Is there any default currency? Yes. We created a new currency USD, and you see the shares also came in, which I created using a full. So USD dollar is there, and when it's available, it will start off with 1st of December, and it will be till 18th. Now, those of you who are engaged in finance, you know that when you define the price, you have availability of possibility in FinOps to define those prices on an item level. And I will show what item is. Like for this case, let me just save it. Oh, sorry, my bad. I went to just just loading up again. Okay, have to go back again. Okay, so here you see the price list. So I can create more price list item here. If I just click plus. It will open up. So let's give it a sec, sorry. So that it will open up. Okay. Okay. So once you see here, when you're defining a price list, currently no option available. Second, I'll take it back to my main browser. It's, pop up by chance it closes. Yeah, that's it. Now it will ask you in a price list item which product you want to select. And I will show you as well in future um, during this session progress how I can create a new product and add this to a price list. You see here, for example, these are the default price list product available that were part of the you know configuration. Let me select that. You see it automatically populated the unit here. But if I search here, you see there are a lot of units here available. And I think we can select any of these units as per our need, for example, box. And if you recall, we defined a discount list as well. We added that. So this is a price list item. Amount is required. Yep. Where we will define which type of pricing it is and the amount. So I say $400. So if you see one, I'm not sure if people with experience will obviously be able to note it down, especially with FinOps. That when I'm defining this price, there is no end or start date of this particular product. Compared to when we are defining the trade agreement in FinOps, we can manage those pricing even at this amount level as well. I can manage the pricing of these products or this particular product under this price list for a particular range as well. So this is a pretty much big catch, and it is really valid, and it really becomes complex when it comes to retail products or any products that have a, for example, even apparels as well. Like the current T-shirt size or the T-shirt size is $50, right? And by the year end, this price will expire and a new price will come in of $100. But for in our case in customer engagement, we are unfortunately not able to manage that out. There is no option available to define a start and end date for this particular price list when it comes to defining against it as a product. So this is a sort of a limitation. And again, it's not to hold people to not use customer engagement. It is upon our understanding or our need or our customer's product need and sort of define the things around it. So if I go back to my USD price list again, if I can load up, it will show you that the price list that we created. I know the form is different. This is model-driven app form. And if I go back here in my earlier screen, the configuration one. So this is the difference that you may see when you do it from configuration and when you do it from the model-driven app. So it's just the form difference or the look and feel. The rest of the information, if you see, are pretty much adding the information. It's pretty much the same. You see the product is added. It's saying that this is the amount, but there is no start or end for this particular product. And it means for USD in this date range, I can only sell this product for $400. But if I have, in USD, a possibility that, what, in this whole month, I want the first few months, the first few days, the product to be sold in 400, and afterward it should be sold in, because we are seeing Black Friday sale or we are seeing uh, any new sales or new store openings here. Unfortunately, here we cannot manage that. So let me pause it a bit here and ask again, do we have any questions around it? What price list is or price list capability? Okay, that's great. Then everyone, I think it's prayer time as well. So just quick 5-minute break and quick for coffee if anyone have. And let's come back again in 5 minutes.
Thanks, Mr. Job.
Hey guys, I'm back. So let me reshare my screen. And hopefully it's visible. Now, that was a quick break, a quick coffee break for everyone. And hopefully you guys are time to pick it up. So let's move ahead in the next area, which is now a grouping the whole tech information together like unit and stuff. I would like to ask you a question. I know people have been hearing me out and I just want to see how much you are able to understand. Can you anyone tell me like what is the limitation when it comes to discount, which I told you? Can I configure in customer engagement a voucher discount? Can anyone answer that? Let me see if someone is there to answer. Oh, no one? Were you able to understand what limitation we have in discount? Okay. No answer, everyone. It's a simple question. I explained it as well. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, that's a good one, Hisham. But what else? Can we like what is the biggest limitation I cannot define in CE? What do you think around that?
So Hisham said one discount per item. Okay.
What exactly? It's just how for section. Like when it comes to the discount, it's like what I can define one discount.
Your voice is breaking up, Mr. Jaf. Can you just repeat for last 5 seconds what you said?
We offer. Okay. So the answer to the discount limitation is in CE, we don't have the option to define core discount voucher, right? And we define discount in a general limit, like 100 pieces, 200 pieces, or a range of quantity. We can apply discounts in. Was I clear in a process? Or why my voice was breaking again? Quick check.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay, that's great. So this was now. Can anyone tell me?
Okay. Mustajab is started breaking up again. Hisham and others are experiencing same thing.
Just I think a minute or 5 minutes back. From
طب okay, can I have a question here until he fixes his problem with connection?
Yeah, just 1 minute, Hisham, so that
Okay.
Mustajab is back. Mustajab, are you back now? Sorry, guys, just give 3 minutes until Mustajab join in.
Okay, I'm back. Am I
Okay.
audible now?
Welcome
Yeah.
back. I
Thank-
have a
Sorry
question,
about that.
Mustajab, indeed.
Please.
Yes, for price list, can I have discount on price list? I think we have on price list.
Mhm.
Can we have discount or not as a standard?
We have that discount option
Okay,
on a price list option level, not at the individual item level.
okay, good. My second question is, can I have more than price list for the same item group, for example, or same product group? While I can distribute it as per the legal entities or the branch, for example, is it available or not? Suppose I have a small business, 5 branch. I need every branch to sell through a specific price list. Thank you very much.
Mhm. Okay. So if you want to break it out on a legal entity basis, that's something C doesn't offer because C they have different way of handling products that's business unit wise. But when it comes to defining multiple price lists for one product, yes, we can define that. I can do that for this particular product as well. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, yes. Thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
no worries.
And I can assign a
Mhm.
specific price list to a specific customer or customer group. Correct?
No, customer group concept doesn't exist in customer engagement. I know,
We
like
don't have customer group,
exactly, we don't have a concept of
but
customer
we have a
group.
customer.
Exactly, we do manage customer. I
Mm.
know from a customer group when you say it's more around like grouping of a customer, like either they are industrial customer or retail customer or something like that. If I say business, but in CE we don't have that customer type or group option.
Okay, thank you very much.
No worries, that one. Now moving towards product catalog. Now this is the final stage. And Atif, just a quick check, please feel free to interrupt me in case my voice breaks again.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks for that. So for the product catalog part, we have grouping of products together. Now, I think if you see that, and if I go a little quickly above my first diagram here, you see in this diagram where I said it's the base level is the product. So firstly, we have to define discount optional again. Then we go to unit if we want to define any sort of a unit, or we can use the default one. Then we go define price list or product as well. And but in the end, what I see, we should always define product once we define all the stuff. So if I go back to my question here, okay, so let me try to create a product here. And how can we create a product? How we can create product in a family? Can we manage some product properties or not? Let's try to do that. You know, the product configuration in C, if I go back to my same home screen again, you see, as I said before, it's by default available in our model driven app. That's the first thing. Second option is to go back here in our settings area, and in product catalog, we can find the product option. So it's both ways available. Now, when I go to my products here, I have the option available to create a new product from the beginning. So it will take some time to load. Yep, here. Now you see here that this is the product information that I see that is already added as part of the configuration we did initially. Now, if I click add product here, you see it's asking us a pretty straightforward options. Like I'm saying, you know what, this is a TV, or let's say laptop. Okay. I can give it as an ID as well, my own ID as well, or I can configure a standard ID as well. That's both way possible. By default, it gives us the option to use the product ID option. So I'm saying laptop screen 1257, adding number that you want to, and parent here. Like, do we have, is this product part of a bundle or is it a part of a family? We can select from here. Along with that, I have other options like unit group, and you see my unit group came in here, or I can use default unit as well because I don't see laptop screen being sold into default type. So I would say default unit. And in the default unit, I have a primary unit available. Similarly, I would select 0.0 supported, customer supported 2. And if you see here, the default price list is finished. Now, why it went away? It's because there is no default price list set for this particular quantity, this particular unit group. That's why I was not able to see that. So let me just add that thing, and there's no parent. Plus, if you see here, I can define a product validity. And this laptop screen or will be available or is valid, for this particular time. For example, 10 years old laptop, which are now not manufactured anymore. So there's a possibility that their information or their things will run out of stock in 10 a.m. I will just save that. Now, here it's asking us for a default price list. So I can always go in and select any of the prices that I have. You remember, this is the one that we configured. I can add my product into this price list as well. Or I can remove it and select any other price list as well. By default, if you see here, that product is associated, it's business recommended to link a product with the price list, which makes sense, by the way, because your product should be part of a pricing information which you offer to client. It can be a $0, it can be $100, or it can be different per region or per currency. We have to associate a default price list with it so that whatever the default price of this product is something that is always picked up. So let me take a pause here and go around the circle and ask everyone, do we have any questions around it? Perfect. So when you see there are multiple tabs available on the product, so the first tab is more around defining the product, nothing else. There is no information other than that, just defining product information, validity, and now moving towards the product properties. Before jumping into product properties, I will go into the additional details first. Now, if you see here, you have some information around what the pricing is, current price, current cost. I'm buying this particular laptop screen for $100, and its standard cost has always been $100. But when I buy it in the list price, it's like $90 that I get from the customer cost. So just checking it, saving. Now here you see it's giving us this option that it doesn't have any price list items added. So I can add a new price list item here for the laptop screen, the same price list that we created earlier on, that is USD price list. And here I will just, if I want to, I can select this down, but I don't want to, and I will add the information that I will sell these screens for $150. Now using the back arrow navigation, I will go back again. And here you see now that the price list is added. So this particular product have a new price list in USD of $150. Similarly, I can go here again, and this time, instead of selecting the USD one, I will say, and here I will add the information of 200 in Australian dollar. it's 200. So I will just save and close it. Go back here. You see that I have two price lists now being managed here. One price is the in USD price list that created, and the other is master price list that I created using the default price list. Along with that, I can create relationships as well for this product. Like, is this product is sold in a bundle? Is it sold in a relationship to a product? Like, for example, I will sell the 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 holder, or would you call the, when I'm selling an LCD TV, I always need to hold that bracket as well where the LCD TV will be hung up on. So this means I have to sell both of them. They are related to each other. Similarly, I can sell a laptop with a charger. The charger and laptop are part of each other, as well as I can sell both of them separately as well if there is a need to do that. Going now to the product properties. Now you see what we did before jumping into product properties again is we defined the unit group, default unit, and price list, and use that information to create a product. Now, when I come to product properties are like, for example, if I consider the laptop screen case, is it a 15-inch or a 17-inch one? So I will say that screen size, it should be, is it read only? Is it required? What kind of a property it is? Yes, screen size is required because obviously we need to know, are you buying a screen size of 17-inch, 14-inch, or there is another size? And to the type it be option set, decimal, 4 things. I can say option set, or I can say any of the options that are whole number. Let me say whole number. Meaning, yes, Atif, any question?
Yeah, so there is one question from Asif Hussain. What is meant by default unit, please?
Okay. Default unit means basically a unit that a default unit was a defined unit. If I just save that and go back here. So default unit is nothing. It is the unit that I have grouped up because maybe my laptop screens are not sold in a group or in a unit. I am not selling the laptop screens in a form of a box that contains 20 laptop screens. I'm not doing that. My business is more of a service oriented or a, where I provide a repair oriented, where I need to just provide a single unit. So that's what we can use the default unit for. It's just a default value that you can use in simple words. But in case if I want to sell my laptops to a particular company and I'm selling them in a form of box that contains 20 laptops per box for a particular model, then I can select another unit group here that can be 20 laptops per box, 10 laptops per box, and so on. Hope that answers your question.
Asif,
Okay.
does it make sense to you? You may want to unmute yourself. I'm getting, yep, carry on.
Okay. Sorry about that. Coming back to the screen size again, and you see here in the property, once I define the screen size, I cannot change that. I have the option to change it. I can say that it's mostly available from 14 to 19 inch, right? That's the range of size screen. I think it's 21 as well, but I'm not sure if it's available anymore or not. But normally speaking, 14 inch, the small compact one, to 19 or 17 inch. So I defined that size. Now, if I go back here, I'm defining the properties of these products. That this is there, then it's another property. This time I would say left, brand name. I would say which brand you want to sell. And here, if I select option set, I can say that this is required as well because I need to tell which brand name they are using. And I can say single line of text. I would say the length to be 500. It means how much characters I can select. Uh, with that. Now here I have to do it down when I'm selling this product to make sure that I'm noting the brand name as well. Because obviously when it comes to brands, each brand has their own laptop screen size or even small possibility or frames that it can fit into. So with that, I was able to add the product properties as well. So just a second. So similarly, hopefully you did get an understanding what these product properties mean. It's just defining the type or how your product can be defined, what your product type is. Sometimes it's not necessary that you need to even define the product properties. It can be a pretty straightforward thing, like providing a services. For example, we are providing uh, delivery services. You don't need that. It depends upon your business case where you want to define the product properties and where you don't need the definition of product properties. So once this is done, I'm ready with my product. I see a button at the top which is called publish. Until and unless you don't publish this product, and we will see as well in our future session, which will be more around sales or more around field service, that unpublished products cannot be used in any of our orders, in our work orders. We cannot use them. Once we publish them, you see, I see three more options: retire, revise, or clone that I'm using. I can clone them. Simply all the information will be copied and created into a no product, which I can configure as per my need. I can revise it. Like I'm not saying that the date is not changed. It need to be changed to a new value and save that, or retire that what, we are not selling this product anymore. So along with all these buttons, the publish and stuff, we have these three options available once we create a product. So if I go back again here, I see an option called add a bundle. For example, this is this I'm selling a product and I think we are pretty much know what bundle is. We all love fast food. We always go to fast food chains and there we see that a particular burger comes with a fries, a standard nuggets, or maybe some standard cold drink. And when you see these categories there, it's called overall a bundle. They sold these items individually as well, but they sold these items in a bundle as well, in a form of a meal, which they say meal. So everyone has their own word to say bundle. In normal terms, it's the grouping of products into one with each other that we can sell together. And fast food meal is one of the example of a bundle. If I say add a bundle, it will ask me again the same question. What is the name of the bundle? I would say laptop repair offer. We are providing repair offer in which we are providing screen changes and other stuff. I will say LRO. Just giving my name. It doesn't need to be specific. Acting group. As you can see here, as the earlier question, the gentleman asked, what other units? You can see I have other units as well. So right now I don't have any unit. So I say default unit for this particular case. And I can go here, system will support it too. Valid from this offer is available for next 1 week in which a customer can get laptop repair and some other stuff as well. Let me just select the USD purchase and go. Now you see when I selected bundle, I see another tab. If you recall, when I was defining the product, I could see product properties, additional details, but not the bundle product. Now, what I need to do is associate a product here. When I go here, I try to search it out. I remember my product was laptop. See, I selected that. And they're asking me how many laptops here. Just like we are being asked when we order a meal, sir, do you want a medium sized cold drink or do you need a uh, large fries? So all those quantities, what is the quantity? What is the unit for that quantity? It can be different. Like cold drink can be up, large, medium, while fries can be big, small, whatever the case is. So you can always select the. So I say that you know what, I can just offer one only. Okay, going back here. So you see here, I associated, I created a bundle in which I have a laptop screen available, which I can sell only one when I'm trying to sell laptop repair offer, and create another link that the offer will be having free installation and free repair. Other than that, the other information is just pretty much the same. The properties, you can define whatever the properties you want to define for this bundle, that this bundles cannot be sold to customers or bad customers and stuff like that. So this is pretty much, I won't say again a detailed one, but this is how a high level product is configured and grouped up together, and we can use that. And now you can understand when we why I was saying that product is something we need is because whenever we go to a sale or our marketing or anything, we have to have the product configured as first before moving ahead. So if you want to read it about more, you can scan it again here and read about it further.
Mustajab, there was another question from Hisham.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
What
Yes,
is
Mr.
the
Jab, we have. Yeah.
Go on, Hisham.
Uh,
Please.
yes, thank you. You have a parent column in the product master form, Mr. Jab. So what is it should be or how I can use it?
Sorry, product. Just let me share my screen again.
Yes,
Which one?
it's a parent with a lock sign.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So parent is like, for example, this product is part of a family. So let me go back here
Hmm.
and define a family. Okay,
Yes.
so let me go here and say laptop. Okay, laptop or is hopefully I spell it right. Yeah, and I say PD. Uh, one, okay, so let me just scroll down, save and close. Okay. Now, if I go back to the same product, okay, just a second, it's loading up. So my parent is nothing just to group those products into a grouping like a family. Like this, these products belong to this. Oh, okay. So it's because it's completed. That's why it's published that one. Let me go and try to add it in the other one. Give me a second. Uh, so yeah, I got that. Technical download. And let me open up another. I'm audible, right, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think it happened. Sorry about that. So meanwhile, it's loading up, Hisham. It's the same definition. I'm sorry, I cannot. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I was planning to show you as well. But this is the definition for a family.
All
Any
right.
other questions? Anyone?
Thank you.
Okay. So any
Mustajab, I
more
have
questions?
another short question. If our environment for practice is
Please.
will be expire, can I get another one with the same email, or I should to create another one with another new email?
Because it's just a practice session, so you can use the same email. I think I used my same email twice or thrice as well. So I think yes, you can use that. You see, sorry, first question answer. I just linked into the laptop accessory parents. That's the reason of it. Okay, and you can create your environment again, and I think you can use the same email. I used the same email twice or thrice. I remember.
Okay,
It
and
worked.
for this data, can I find the demo data, or all of this you configure it with yourself and upload it with yourself?
Yeah.
Hello?
No. This comes in by default configured. We don't need to do that.
Okay, we have default data.
Okay.
You have
Exactly.
default data.
We have.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen.
No. Yes, default. Okay. Okay, guys. Uh, with that, a quick recap. We try to do how to configure discount list, currency, price list, product family, product and price list today. And along with that, we understood that the limitation, as Islam, you were asking earlier, and a lot of finance people will be thinking like currency management do not provide exchange rate option when it comes to integration. Price list is not as flexible as we have trade agreement in finance and operation, and you can see that. I know people who have trade agreement experience know that. Product bundling can be configuration and limitation is there that you can configure, but there is a limit and upper cap that product bundles can have only one item in it, and obviously the price is different. So with that, thank you everyone for your time today. If we still have any questions around it, do let me know. Else, I think we can
Mustajab.
proceed. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would take 5-10 minutes once you're done, just to recap what we have covered overall from the training point of view and
Yep.
what are the coming. So I will just have a quick walkthrough. But yeah, I'll give another minute or
Yep.
so, guys. If you want to ask anything around the today's session, please. I hope you guys finding it useful, learning at least the basics before we dive into the more advanced content on the topics. So this is important that after the session, you guys spend good hours and time really to read yourself from the Microsoft Learn as well, and from a lot of online materials are available. So please spend that time to add your knowledge.
Exactly.
This is very important.
Exactly. And all the
Okay.
links that I have shared as well are from the D365 Microsoft MS Learn. So it's the best place to prepare yourself as well. If you have still any questions apart that you were not able to answer, then you can always go there.
Yeah. Okay. On that note, I will just
So
quickly. Yeah, I will share my screen quickly. So as you may have noticed, Faisal already shared the link. We got our Pakistan User Group YouTube channel. So you can use that channel to access all the recording. We have it. So I'm just sharing it on the screen. Let me know when you can see it. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so if you'll go to the Pakistan user group, this is the link here. I will copy paste again on the chat. So that's accessible to everyone. And we'll continue to upload all the recording there. So if you'll go into the video content, you should be able to see the latest one. So currently you can see the three sessions are available. We started from the 27th November. We got three sessions. We will upload the today's session as well. So you should be able to see and revise all the content what you have gone through in the sessions. Secondly, in the meantime, because we also doing our learning as well to how to best manage all the contents and everything. You may have received some invites in your diaries. This is just to ensure that everyone accessing and got the access of all the links for the sessions, upcoming sessions. So please keep an eye on your diary. We have also updated the meetup page with the link. So we'll continue to use this link, which you have used it today for the session. So please keep an eye on that one. Also, we have created a team channel as well. So you may start getting some invites there as well to access it based on your registration ID. We are adding all the team members. So you should be able to see when you will access using that ID, you should see our team channel there, Pakistan User Group, Dynamics 365 CE training. And in that, you should be able to get all the other contents as well available. So you can see the recording. I have uploaded 3 recordings there, and we will also upload PowerPoint presentations. So everything you should be able to access it. Okay. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, please reach me out and reach Mustajab and Faisal Farid, any of us really, we should be able to help you out. Okay. And the last one from the schedule side, just a quick recap. So far, we have covered, including today's session, we have covered 4 sessions. So first one was the introduction. That was a brief introduction, understanding on the digital transformations. Then we had a quick walkthrough overall CE, which Amna presented on the 4th of December. Then we had a standard configuration, which Asan covered it on the 11th of December. And today's Mustajab has kindly covered the product management. So these sessions are covered. And going forward, we have another 5 sessions coming up. The next week, we don't have any sessions, 25th of December, due to the Christmas or Qaidam Day, a lot of holidays. So we'll keep that holiday intact so you can enjoy your time with the family and friends. And then from the 1st of January, sorry, it's a typo here, 2022, Amna will be covering the sales module. That's the basics. Then 8th of January, Faiza Khan, she will be covering the CRM service module. Then we will have the marketing module, Faria from System, 15th of January. Then additional module for the marketing covering the event management. Then Faria will be covering on the 22nd. And the last one would be a little bit more technical, sort of a configuration side. We will cover it on the 29th of January. And then afterwards, we'll give you 2 weeks, some sort of assignment to cover it and implement some sort of a solution there. And then you will be submitting it by the 12th of February to complete this basics training on the CE side. Okay, and then we will also start working on the Power App and the FinOps sections and schedule those sessions. So we'll have the further updates in coming weeks for those sessions. Okay, is there any question, guys, from anyone? Okay, so Mohammed, you have sent a message. Can we also have a PowerPoint? Yes, we will upload as we mentioned. We are creating this Teams channel as well. So we'll upload the PowerPoint slides as well in the same channel. Please check it out once you receive the invite. Please access it using your registration ID. So you should be able to see all the contents there as soon as we are uploaded there. Okay. And kindly don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube channel so you can access all the recording from the different tech talks, all the events we normally do it. Okay, another question from Vakar. When we will have our first assignment? We were being very kind, Vakar. So, so just give us another week or so. So we'll start giving him some sort of assignment. So we're just getting and set, warming you up, guys. So hope you are all ready. So we'll start sharing some sort of quizzes and assignments as well. Okay. The major one, which is an important one, is the last one, because if you don't complete that one, you may not be getting the certificate from the Pakistan user group for the completion. Hope that's answered your question, Vakar. Anything else, guys? Mustajab and if Faisal, are you still around if you want to add anything, guys?
Yeah, I think from my side, thanks everyone for attending, and hopefully these sessions are adding value to your learning experience. But in case if you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to let us know, so we can also improve and come back in future sessions with much more better if the feedback and incorporating your feedback as well. I think that's it from our side. Then Faisal, I think Faisal is not here. Maybe then we can definitely end the call. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. And please use this channel as well once you get the invite, so you can also start communicating on the chat group as well. So keep an eye on the invites for this Pakistan user group on Teams. Okay. Have a great holidays, whatever you do. Take rest, enjoy your time, and then we'll connect again on the 1st of January 2022. Happy New Year, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.